Double Dragon, the Korean term is actually Sangyoung. So in 2003, when we were developing and thinking about a name for the school, I thought it appropriate to name them after my twins. So Sangyoung is a little more difficult to say, so we interpret it as Double Dragon. So Double Dragon Tang Soo is where the name came from. I think a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick, and pretty much anyone can teach that, but I think environment is more important than technique. Technique is very important, but we have a great family atmosphere at our school. The parents know each other. The instructors care for the children. I emphasize relationship in our school, and that's very, very important, because people don't feel comfortable with learning unless they feel comfortable with you. The biggest reward is watching my students of all ages. My students range from 4 to 54. Watching them change and watching them evolve. And the goals that they once thought were important, they evolve, they change. And that's an exciting process, watching the change and watching people develop in their person. Typically, when I get into a situation where I'm leery of accepting a student, it's because they're bringing baggage that I don't think is conducive to my environment. For example, with this MMA craze that's going on, if a student insists that the reason why they're joining Double Dragon is to learn how to fight, then I generally recommend them somewhere else. This is not the environment for you. I have achieved personally many, many wonderful things personally in my personal training. In 2002, I placed 2 seconds and a third at the World Championships. In 2004, I was top 3. In 2008, I was a Gold Cup runner-up. So a lot of things personal that I've achieved. But beyond that, my focus is on my students. My focus is in the development of my students. My focus is in helping my students grow and develop. My focus is helping my instructors learn how to be good instructors. It's one thing, as I share with my black belt instructors, is that it's one thing to learn something, but it's an entirely different thing to learn how to teach the thing that you learned. And then it's another thing to be able to teach others the thing that you learned. So I'm in a different phase, and I have been for the last couple of years, in terms of how I view my training. My responsibility is to help the students that come through my door, whether they be young or old, be better people. You know, the wonderful thing about Double Dragon and martial arts is not so much the martial arts as it is the teacher, is that it will take the aggressive person and make them a little less passive, more self-controlled. It takes the introvert and the passive person and makes them more assertive. So those are the things that I enjoy doing, helping tailor and pull from them the things that's inside of them that they don't even see for themselves. That's a great reward. We have 14 training requirements, and the very first one is the purpose of training is for the enhancement of physical and mental betterment. That's number 1. Number 2, serious approach. Number 3, all-out effort, and it goes on and on and on and on. Double Dragon Tang Soo is best known for its excellence, without a doubt. When you mention it to other schools, they'll tell you that it's an excellent professional school. I am so glad that that is the opinion of our school, and not that, my goodness, they win trophies everywhere they go. And that's true. We are the top school everywhere we go, but that is not the focal point of our school. As I mentioned earlier, is when I ask the question, what is the most important thing about Double Dragon? What is the culture, is what you're asking. What is the culture? The family. We're family. It's a big family, but we're family.